I'm so happy. I got a new grill. I already had a masterbuilt 560, but now I got the 800 here. And you haven't seen this much on the channel, but I can still remember the first time I saw one of these and I fell in love with them. And you know why? Because it's gravity fed charcoal smoker that also does grilling temperatures. And now they got a cast iron griddle plate in. Dude, seriously? This grill is a no-brainer. So we got it back on the show. We're gonna be cooking on it, and I got just the perfect recipe to make with you guys. Well, it's actually not a recipe. I wanna try something. Yes, and I think if it works, I think we're gonna win a Nobel Prize, Marcin. Nobel Prize of steaks. Because I got this beautiful wagyu picanha, and I got some mad plans with it. I feel like a mad doctor at the moment. This is being on my mind. I've been thinking about it and I've been figuring out how to do it. But let me tell you, let's clean it up first a little bit. Just get some paper towel in. Ooh, look at that intermuscular fat. That's just insane. It's so slippery in my hand. Look at that. Ooh, that's just crazy. But I was thinking, what if all of that good stuff that's on the outside of the picanha, that fat cap that we love so much, there's a problem with it. And we talked about this before, we made videos about this before. The problem with the picanha and the fat cap is that between the meat and the fat, there's a little bit of silver skin there. And that makes it kind of tough. What if we take the fat off?
Are you serious?
I shouldn't. Let me just show you what I'm thinking of. First step is to take off the fat cap. Silver skin and all. And look at that, a beautiful wagyu picanha. Now it's time to take the silver skin. The silver skin is that white stuff that sits under the fat cap. And as you can see, it's super tough. You definitely do not want to be chewing on that. That's also one of the main reasons when you get picanha in a restaurant that they slice it really thin, so you don't even get to notice the silver skin. But when you cook it as a roast, it makes sense to take the whole fat cap off. And when you do, you might as well take off that silver skin. Now the big question is, what are we going to do with it? Well, here comes my plan. You see, we got this beautiful wagyu picanha looking good, fresh, ready to go on the barbecue. And we got this fat. We all know this is lovely fat. If we render this down in a pan, we're going to have the most beautiful beef tallow that you ever had. Except, I don't want beef tallow. And I want to use this with the picanha. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to load the gravity chute up with some charcoal. Close it up. And then we're going to go down here, put in a fire starter. There we go, push it all the way in. Then light up your torch and fire it up. Once that fire starter burned up, close it up, and it automatically starts running up to the temperature that I set it to. And I set it to a temperature of 200 degrees Celsius because I'm going to be cooking on that grill plate right there. And here comes the master plan. We got this beautiful crunchy fat cap, which tastes beautiful on its own. And as a matter of fact, I gotta have a little taste test right now, right here, because I love this. It's crunched up, it's salted, and it has that beautiful white picanha pepper smoke. Smoked white picanha pepper from Cameroon. If you haven't tried this before, just give it a try. Buy some. This is some beautiful fat. Normally it sits on the outside and it tastes really good with the beef. But just imagine if we are going to take our beautiful picanha and we are going to put that fat on the inside. So while it's cooking, we're gonna have that beautiful flavor bursting out, sweating out, making our picanha taste even better. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to cut this fat into strips, beautiful, nice long strips. And then I'm going to make an incision in the picanha. And you want to use some kind of rod to make a hole. Take it out and then just wiggle that fat in.
Do you think it's going to work?
It's definitely going to work. I have no doubt in my mind that it's going to work. The biggest question that I have is once we slice into it, What experience will it give us? Is it gonna give us that ribeye experience where you got that little bit of soft fat in the middle and it just makes everything better? Or is it gonna be like one of those bites like, I don't want that piece in there? I think the first one, but that's what we're here to find out. The last one is in, look at that. All those beautiful pieces of fat in our wagyu. There we go. Ready to go on the grill. All it needs now is just that little bit of seasoning to make sure that the flavors pop. We don't need to add much to this. Just a little bit of salt. There we go. Both sides. Beautiful. And of course we gotta have our pepper again. I'm loving this pepper, so I'm constantly naming this pepper. You might get tired of it, then I'm just calling it again. Smoked white PICANHA pepper out of Cameroon. But I just want you to get it. I just want you to experience it for yourself. And once you bought it and you do the side-by-side taste comparison of that pepper and this pepper, it's gonna blow your mind. I know you're gonna love me for it, and just let me know, say, hey, Pitmaster X, thank you very much. This is the best thing that ever happened to me. It's not gonna be like that, I know, but it's really good, trust me. It's worth it. Whoa, look at it. As you can see, I just tuned up my masterbuilt and set it up from baking on a plate to grilling on a grill grate. And actually we're gonna be smoking this. Between a smoke and a roast, I'm gonna put it on the middle rack right there. And then all I need to do is close the lid and let me show you a little trick that I got. You see, the masterbuilt burns really clean, but I can add smoke flavor by just opening the lower ash box here and adding a chunk of smoke wood to it. Because this is a gravity fed smoker, the charcoal drops down and burns up. And all of those small ashes are dropping down into this bin. Now when I put a chunk of smoke wood there, it's going to smoke, and then once we close the lid, the fan is going to turn on and all of that smoke is going to go up into our cooking area. And that is going to make our picanha even tastier. Of course I gotta measure the temperature because I want to know when my picanha hits that magical 54 degrees Celsius. I'm sticking it right in there, in between the fat caps. You can already see some of that fat's rendering down, dripping down into the grate. Look, smoke is coming up. Let's quickly close the lid and let it cook. Meter says I gotta remove the picanha from the fire, so that's what we're going to do because it also calculates how much time it needs to rest. So, wow, look at that beauty. We got smoke color, we got roasting colors, it's dripping juices. Absolutely insane. Oh, this is so good. Just look at it. This is a whole roast, and when you just press it a little bit, all of those beautiful fat pieces come out that render down. Well, we gotta let it rest before we're gonna eat it, but this looks seriously promising. Just look at all that fat. It looks so good. I know we gotta cut against the grain, but I wanna make that first cut like an incision so we can get a cross section of what it looks like. Just look at this. I think we officially established that it looks good, but now I'm going to cut it against the grain because we're actually getting to the tasting. The tasting is going to be the proof of the pudding. Because in the end, I don't care much about what it looks like as long as it tastes amazing. And to me, this looks really, really good. Just to see one of these slices gets me excited. Juicy, tender, beautiful fat inside. Excited. That's one word.
Wow. Seriously, that's pure Dutch engineering.
Dutch food ingenuity.
Yeah. The only thing that you failed upon
What?
was keeping the juices, keeping the juices on the board. And
That was
a
your
Dutchman should be really good at that.
Right, I will build a dike around it.
Yeah.
But you also have to mention then that there's a bucket under the table to catch the juices. Because that's what I thought about.
Yeah, you're doing your part as a Dutchman. Seriously. It fits so well inside of the picanha. It looks like it's supposed to be there. That's the crazy part.
And it's not like you're eating a chunk of fat. It's like part of the steak. This is a definitely win-win situation.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Because you get to keep the fat from the fat cap, but you got rid of the silver skin.
Yeah.
I want to have some of that.
Yeah. What is it doing here? Where does it come from?
This is like, I like to make my own sauce. The people that have been with us for a long time know I'm a kind of a sauce guy, and every time I come up with something new. And this is like, I don't want to do chimichurri again. So I want to make sauces in the style that I like them, but still go with the traditional food. So it's like inspired a little bit by the chimichurri, but I got tons of other stuff in there, and that just makes it a great salsa. I'm just gonna put a little bit on this meat, roll it up, and there we go.
Yeah? What?
You know, I can say my sauce is great, but I'd rather have you say, would you be honest?
That's amazing. Seriously.
But
no
what's
word.
wrong with it? What's wrong with it?
Wrong?
Yeah,
Nothing.
see?
Why are you talking about wrong?
People want to know, they want an honest review. They think you're a sellout, Morrison, you're
No.
not critical anymore.
No. Would I ever put sauce on a steak with my hand when it's not delicious? No. Man, it's amazing.
There you have it. Today was a hot day.
Yeah.
Unlike Dutch weather, we didn't have any clouds, no rain. I gotta wear my sun cap. And you're getting pretty red right there.
It's kind of like
A picanha.
It's kind of like a picanha.
Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Big thank you to our patrons and the YouTube members. Hope to see you guys next time. Until then.
Eet smakelijk, like this video and keep on grilling.
That's right.